So this project has been about showing people who have no preconceived ideas about Tahr what they are and where they live.
I'm Josh Sutherland. I've just finished my PE degree down at Otago University. And
I'm Sophie Henderson. I'm a wedding photographer.
I'm Eden Ronald and I'm studying to be a health teacher.
I'm Snow Hewitson. I'm chairman of the New Zealand Tahr Foundation.
My name's Simon and I'm a photographer. It's a whole different game, you know. You can see them from a chopper and be like, oh, there's the high country legend right there. But when you go after them, when you see where they live and how easily they move and how quickly they move and how, you know, like they're just made for this, it's wild. And they're incredibly beautiful.
The biggest ones will be the ones that move between the mobs, are the ones that do the breeding. So yeah, we've just got in here this afternoon and we've just had coffee and a bit of lunch, and the sun's sort of going down, so we're going to head up this creek and just look back up here because we've seen some bulls up here earlier.
Yeah, they look like that in their place. Like they look like that's where they belong. And especially they just kind of stand there with such confidence and like curiosity that it's like they look like that's where they should be, yeah, where they belong.
Yeah, their agility, and I really like the young ones. The babies are really cute, so it was great to actually see them.
They inhabit this really mountainous environment, so they live at quite high altitudes and right up to into the snow, and very similar habitat and environment to what they evolved in the Himalayas is what they've got here. And they were introduced into the Mount Cook region before it was ever a national park. And obviously the environment and the animal is compatible because they're still here. If it wasn't, they wouldn't be here.
No. Have I not heard about eating Tahr? Whoa.
I mean, we talked hours and hours last night about this, and I was just so surprised. There's just so much to talk about. But it seems as though Doc wants to come in and eradicate the species, which isn't actually doing too much harm to the environment, and it doesn't seem like they want to meet in the middle with the hunters.
This month, DOC, the Department of Conservation, sent in the helicopter hunters to destroy the tahr, a majestic animal that is king of the Southern Alps, but an introduced animal, now considered a pest and therefore condemned to die. The species that will be saved, a native plant.
The best tahr is a dead tahr. We'd like to see the numbers brought down and then work at shrinking their range with a goal of extermination.
Total eradication.
Total eradication.
Yeah, if I was here and I saw that Doc were coming in with the choppers, shooting these things off the mountains, letting them rot to death, it just seems immoral.
There's no doubt that it's an incredibly fragile environment, and it's one that we need to guard and protect. But it's hard to know if just wholesale shooting a precious animal that that really doesn't have a foothold on planet Earth in many places is the way to do it. We need to know more. I just want to know what's the best way to do this before we lose something that is pretty incredible to have, like right in front of us.
It's been really cool to actually go out and experience what I've heard so much about. So before I met my husband Cam, I'd never even heard of the animal Tahr, and when he showed them to me I was like, what is this beautiful fluffy beast that's up in the mountains that I haven't even heard anything about before.
You'll appreciate those warm socks later.
It's been quite an informative experience coming from an on-hunter's perspective and taking a lot of knowledge from snow and out in these hills, learning about this environment and learning about the Tahr and the impact that they have on the environment eating the snow tussocks.
To be honest, like snow tussock is 80-90% of what they eat and it regrows.
So there's not much of an issue there.
Yeah,
Well,
it's like they just want like,
it's a grass that'll regrow, but if you got too many of them they'll hit it too hard, so it's a balance of how many.
It's really important right now to raise people's awareness of these animals and show them what we have, show them what we're in danger of losing. We're in danger of losing something really unique. And this whole experience these guys have had here, people need to be able to come and do this stuff to understand it, and I would hate to see future generations of Kiwis not be able to do that.
I wasn't walking around looking like, wow, this place is destroyed, or like, it seems very natural and it seems very full, like it's just beautiful and it's still really nice, and it makes you understand it a lot more, and also just that the whole culling of it is just so crazy.
Came around the corner of the ridge, and it's just like we just covered dead ground, and they were just still miles away. Just come over the top of the ridge, and they're right there. Our stewardship of this place, like the principles of kaitiakitanga, like they call us to do a really good job, and it's got to be a well-considered job. It's got to be a job that takes into account all the treasures that we see. Not just the ones that sit in a column over this side that say those are the originals. They've got to be. We've got to consider the things that we're taking care of, not just for Aotearoa, but the things that we're taking care of for all the world. And the Tahr are definitely one of those.